The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Set. Go, let's go.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Right. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Ready.
Herbert on the first play wants to pass it.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Herbert. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
David Ojabo running in to take him down. A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Taking on the midfield logo. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Here we go. Play.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that winner.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And the Chargers, first down.
Baylor tight.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run it here with Logan. Takes it to about the 37.
Let's go.
Second down and 8.
21. Let's go.
A gain of 2 brings up
Home trip right. Ready.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Here is third down and 4.
Right.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Ram. Ready.
Now it's Herbert. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Tannehill.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Kirkpatrick. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth.
Facing fourth down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there.
And it's taken in at the 9. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
Home trip's right.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move.
Set. Baylor tight. Hey, Kappa. Hey, Ray.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's Logan.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Home trip's right. Let's go. Set.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
Scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Herbert now.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Roquan Smith drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. $17-0 our score after 1.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers, 82 yards. And the Ravens continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. On first down, Justin Herbert. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Herbert.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Herbert. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Hey, Ram.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To throw is Tannehill. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the 1st at the 29.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Hey, Ray. Let's go. Hey, easy. We go orange.
Back to throw here, Herbert. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
59. Let's go.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. big loss here as he's taken down. Roquan Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Able to fight through 1 tackle. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
51 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And bulldozing his way through.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Now Tannehill. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ryan Tannehill taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. His throw incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To the air again, Herbert. He completes it to Boyd. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. On 4th down, Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On the carry, it's Logan. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Back to throw again. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Dallas Goedert from 19 yards away.
And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
We'll go orange.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
Here's a diving catch right side.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Ravens 31, Chargers 6.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm MaddengG, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, Tannehill.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And they can't bring him down. Evades the tackler, and now some space.
Jonathan Taylor.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens have got it on cruise control.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Herbert now on second down.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He gets this one to Boyd. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. In motion left goes Boyd.
Go.
Herbert on first down now. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Chargers.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chargers get a bit closer. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win.
There he goes, left side.
There he goes again. Jonathan Taylor
Escapes the defender. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens have opened the lead up to 30.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
All Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now it's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Set.
Here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Baylor Tiger. Set.
Herbert throwing again. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Hey, go lion.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run again with Benjamin. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Dion Henley on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. This is Benjamin. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. On the run is Benjamin. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run it with Benjamin. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defense in front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
21.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing. 380.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, let's go.
Herbert now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Logan. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
3rd and 8.
Ready.
Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he's got this down to the 35. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
14 more
Baylor
yards.
Tights.
That's another Chargers first down.
What is that?
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution,
380.
be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Herbert back to the air. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 59, Chargers 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6
Let's go, let's go.
put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
13 yards on the play. And the Chargers first down.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Play action. It's Herbert. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. Touchdown! Quentin Johnston, 53 yards. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Caleb Shudak on to try the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Go.
On the ground, Benjamin. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference champion.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, just a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kiss it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gonna do. If you gonna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time. I got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time. Yeah, I can show you how to make a lot of cheese. I got the dialect of dairy in my diary. I'm from a lactose intolerance community. I want to circulate the units in the unity. The continuity of opportunity for stacking bands. Opportunity to stack the figures with your family. I can show you how to get the figures in advance. I don't see nobody else but us giving a damn. Ooh. So let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, sucker, kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. I'm gonna watch what you gonna do. See, if you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe, Cities hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it. I'm changing it. Get your dollar straight and circulate, then gang with it. Aim for your partner, pocket and pop. That's dangerous. If you ain't with it, you throwing off the vibe. And I don't got time for that. It's all about the vibe.